Pull back, he already, the Akim already rolling, man. The spirit on it. Go ahead. Now you got to break it down to the brother.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
He chose you, brother, the so-called black man, the so-called Hispanic man, the so-called native, read.
To be a special people unto himself.
Unto himself. It didn't say Ishmael. It didn't say, the Arabs. He said he talking to the children of Israel right now. Read.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Nah, you equal.
Above all the people that are upon the face of the earth.
He talking to the children of Israel. The Israelites. Go to Genesis chapter 19 and verse 17. Bring that out. Right? Bring that out real quick. As the brother like to say, man, bring that out.
Can you grab my phone?
Genesis 19 and 17, Baba Shah.
Come on.
I'm gonna let you get it.
Let me get it.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 19, verse 7, right?
Done. 17.
17. But this is the book of Genesis, 19 and verse 17. And it reads, and it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, escape for thy life. Look not behind thee.
Like it, 17 and 19.
17 and 19, This is the book of Genesis, chapter 17 and verse 19. And it reads, and God said, Sarah, thy wife, shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac.
There you go.
And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him.
Right? With Isaac.
Trying to make sure we ain't get the things.
Abraham, he had 2 sons. Ishmael, Isaac. Sarah just said, or Sarah was told that the covenant is going to be established within Isaac. Hence the reason why even this book tells you that the children of Israel are God's chosen people. You got a point, brother?
Yeah, come on. I'm gonna read something to you, and it's just based off of what he said. Right? This is the book of Babylon 2.2. This is Islam and Judaism. It says the Prophet Muhammad adopted many principles and laws from the Jewish religion.
From who?
From the Jewish religion.
Now, we understand that religion, we don't deal with religion, we don't deal with Jewish. We understand the correct terminology that is needed to be used. It's talking about the Jews, the way and the custom of the Jews, which is the southern kingdom. When it says Jews, Jews were chiefly those from the tribe of Judah. That's where you get that word from, right? Jew comes from Judah, right? That's why Christ, he was known as a Jew, because he came from the tribe of Judah. Exactly. So what the brother is saying, that Muhammad, he adopted, basically, it's like that one kid, that kind of kick it in the group, and he kind of the outsider, but he kind of studying that game. He kind of picking up on their lingo, so on and so forth. He trying to walk like them, talk like them, dress like them. That's what Muhammad was doing to the Jews. He was copying our swag, man. Right. That's what he was doing. Right? Keep going.
Right? It says, first of all, the basic idea of monotheism, which is the belief in one God, the Jewish confession of the unity of God, is Shema Israel Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Ehad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one.
The Lord is one. Now, what you had before Muhammad came on the scene and set some things up in the Islamic nation, right? Because Islam, what they was originally doing, they was worshiping over 300 gods, man. Over 300 gods. Until it took for Muhammad to come in after studying the ways of the Jews to let them know, hey man, it's only one God that y'all should be serving, and he called it Allah. Right. Allah, which is a Hebrew word which just means power or powers. Right? So hey, all his swag, everything he got came from the nation of Israel. Straight from the nation of Israel. Right? I'm gonna read it again. Right?
7:136.
136.
At the bottom, yeah.
136. Point it out for me, King. Con.
All the way through
136, right?
Yeah.
Say, O believers, we believe in God and what has been revealed to us and what was revealed to Abraham, right? It reads, Ishmael, Isaac, Jacob, and his descendants, and what was given to Moses, Jesus, which we know as Yahushua, and other prophets from their Lord. We make no distinction between any of them.
Oh, Salaki. That might be the wrong one.
Yeah,
What was the last one you read?
that was 136.
What? No. What? You want the one before that? The one you read before that? 2 was 2 and 122.
Yeah, Khan,
Yeah,
yeah.
2 122.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it again. It says,
Okay,
"O
fine.
children of Israel, remember my favors upon you and how I honored you, right, above the others." Right? So as we were saying, you know, you got over 300 gods that they was worshiping before Muhammad stepped on the scene. It was like, look, y'all need to get it together. It's one God, you know, so on and so forth. All because he extracted information from the Jews, right? So, hey, who you really are, brother, you would be an Israelite, man. You would be an Israelite. You're not an Arab. Number one, that's an Arab's religion, right? And I'm gonna let this mighty brother break down what's required of you as an Israelite.
Hey, give him the curses first, huh?
Yeah, Khan, bring it out, King. Go ahead, get middle.
Give me Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. And give me Jeremiah 17 and 4. Because we lost our heritage. Clearly, as you can see, you know, you kind of walk around calling yourself a Muslim. That's not even nationality. That's religion. Right, so bring that out first. Jeremiah 17 and 4.
And thou, even thyself,
Who is
shalt,
that self? That self would be the Israelites. That's who the Most High was talking to.
shalt discontinue
Right, we discontinue from what?
from thy heritage
Our heritage, our culture, our traditions, you know, the things that the Most High gave us when we came out of Egypt.
That's right.
that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
Right, we serving who? When you gotta, you know, pay your damn rent, right? What you paying it to? Right? When you paying all these types of taxes, you got sales tax, you got a tax on everything, right? You paying taxes to who? The government. Who runs the government? Right? The so-called white men, our enemies, right? Keep going.
In the land which thou knowest not,
Right? We're in a land which we never knew. Right? This is the land of our captivity. Somebody give me Baruch 3 and 8. Right? Keep going on that.
for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger,
Right? Why? Because we didn't keep the commandments. Is there more on that, King?
Come,
Bring it up.
which shall burn forever.
Right, that fire is gonna burn forever. Well, not forever, but it's, you know, gonna burn for a time. Right? Give me who had Baruch 3 and 8? Bring it up.
It's the book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 8. Bring it out. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity,
So still to this day we are in captivity. You going?
where thou hast scattered us
Right?
for a reproach and a curse.
Right? Aren't we a reproach? Aren't we a curse to these nations? When they walk by us, they kind of scoff at us. They laugh at us. They call us black. We not black. Are you the color of your hat? Right? You're not black. Right? We're not the color of this damn shirt. Right? We're not black. That's a reproach and that's a curse. Right? That's a proverb. Keep going.
And to be subject to payment.
Right? We subject to payments. Like I said, we paying all these different types of taxes, being taken out of the money that we've earned by working throughout the week. You know, brothers kind of sweating throughout the week, making sure they can make ends meet, but yet we still paying taxes. Somebody give me Haggai 1 and 7.
Bring it out.
Yeah, Haggai 1 and 7.
Keep going.
Yeah, you keep going. Yeah, you go.
According to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God.
Right, so the reason why we're going through all this is because we departed from the Lord our God. Right, bring out the precept.
So it's been the Lamentations, chapter 5, verse 2.
Right.
Our inheritance is turned to strangers.
Right, our inheritance. Actually, you can start at verse 1. Read verse 1.
Come. Remember, O Lord, what is come upon us.
Right, so we asking the Lord right here, how we as we teach, we asking the Lord to pardon our sins so he can forgive us and turn us to our former glory.
That's right.
Consider and behold our reproach.
Right, we asking the Lord, hey Lord, look upon us, look at what these heathens have done to us, how they can walk freely in the land where our brothers and sisters are getting killed out on the streets, how you can have Edomites walking their damn dogs while we getting them beat in the street for no reason, right, over a traffic violation. Right, you got Sandra Bland, you know, she kind of, you know, she had committed suicide in her prison cell, and she was wrongly jailed over a traffic ticket. But you don't see that happening to them, right? You don't see that happening to these so-called Edomites, right? Keep over here.
Our inheritance is turned to strangers.
Right, our inheritance is turned to strangers. Somebody give me Revelation 2 and 9, and somebody give me, give me Revelation 2 and 9, and somebody give me Revelation 3 and 9.
Bring it out. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 9.
Right? Bring it up.
I know thy works
Right? He knows our works
and tribulation.
and the things that we go through, right? Having to wake up at the crack of dawn on a Sabbath day to go to a damn factory to work your damn numbs, you know, your hands till they turn numb, right? Keep going.
and poverty.
Right?
But
He
thou
knows
art-
our poverty. He knows that we, you know, sometimes we can't make ends meet. We got a car note to pay. We got phone bills. We got kids to, you know, look after. Keep going.
But thou art rich.
But we're what?
But thou art rich.
We're rich. We spiritually rich. Because the Messiah, when you read, somebody give me Romans 9 and 4. When you read Romans 9 and 4, that tells us all the things that the Most High blessed us with. And then when you go to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and start at verse 1, that's a whole list that the Most High, He plans to bless us with. Why? Because we turn back and keep His commandments. But keep on going.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
Right, so He knows the blasphemy, right? The words that these proud men speak that say that they are Jews. Now you got our people walking around. If you go to a random so-called black man, right, would he say, "Hey, I'm a Jew"? You know, will he kind of look you in the eye and say, "I'm a Jew"? No, he wouldn't. Because why? We lost our inheritance, right? And it's been laid for strangers, right? But if you go up to a damn white man with his damn nose curved up, right, he gonna tell you, "Hey, I'm a Jew." And then he gonna kind of spit in your way, right? Keep going.
And are not,
Right? They are not, but
are the synagogue of Satan.
it is synagogue of Satan. So our heritage has been taken from us. Why? Because we didn't keep the commandments, and it's been given into these so-called white men, these disgusting, treacherous, horrible white men, right? And you know, now we kind of out here just lost, but we're waking up in these last days. That's the
You
most I
gotta get
say.
it back, though. You gotta get it back.
That's right. Hey, give me Revelation 3 and 9.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews, and are not, but do lie.
Right, they do lie. They lie how? By saying that they're the Jews when they know damn well that we're the real Jews. The men that you see standing up here, hey, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man. That's the real, well, you know, it would be Southern Kingdom, which are the Jews, but we're all Israel, Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. Right? Bring it up.
And are not, but do lie.
Right?
Behold,
They're not, but do lie.
behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet.
Hey, the Most High, He promised that He will let these men that took our heritage, they're gonna bow down to us and reverence us as guys that we are. Give me Psalms 82 and verse 6.
That's right.
Can I finish one out?
Come.
Gone. And to know that I have loved thee.
Right. In that day, hey, everybody's gonna know, oh man, it was the Israelites this whole time, man. It was us that He loved, right? You know, our people kind of are starting to lose hope. Our people are starting to, you know, doubt the power of the Most High, saying, well, I'm going through all this, maybe there is no God. But in that day, we're going to, you know, rejoice in the Most High. We're going to understand that He put us through this because we're not bastards. He's chastising us, right? As it says in Hebrews, right? Bring that out. Psalms 82 and 6.
Psalms, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 82, verse 6.
Bring it out.
I have said, ye are gods.
We are what?
Ye are gods.
We are what?
Ye are gods.
Right? Keep going.
And all of you are children of the Most High.
That's right. Hey, somebody give me Hosea 1 and 10. Right? We're the children of the Most High. We are God's walking this earth. That's why we reverence you as a king. Right? When you know, you kind of came out, we was like, hey, king, because that's how we address each other. Kings don't address each other as, hey, nigga, come here.
Straight up.
Kings address each other as, hey, king, come here, king. You know? We don't talk to each other crazy because we know who we are. We know we royalty walking this earth.
That's
We just
right.
in captivity. Right? Somebody give me Hosea 1 and 10.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 1 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea.
Hey, aren't we the ones, you know, populating at a massive rate? These Edomites, they having trouble having popping babies, man. They can't get it like we can. They try to steal our melanin, they take our babies from hospitals, and they try to raise them up as homosexuals. But the Bible is against that, right? You got all these Edomites out here, hey, look at them. You know, you kind of got these people out here, they can't pop babies like we can. You know, they're not fruitful like we are, right? They try to take that from us, but they can't do it, right? Because the Most High, He set a barrier. But keep going.
Which cannot be measured nor
We
numbered.
can't be measured or nothing, right? If that's like going to the beach, you count each individual grain of sand. You'll damn die when you get to 25, right? Keep going.
And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them,
Where are we right now? Where are we right now? Right, we're America, so-called, you know, so-called America. This is Mystery Babylon, right? This is the place where we say this is the place where we don't know who we are, right? Keep going. Read that again.
Gone. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, you are not my people.
Hey, isn't it said unto us, hey, y'all not God's chosen people. Y'all just some niggas on the street. Hey, get some jobs, you bums. Right? That's what they tell us. That's right. This is the place where they say that we are not God's chosen people. But, bring it out.
There it shall be said unto them,
Right here in America, right? Live and in stereo, right? It's going to be said unto us,
you are the sons of the living God.
read it, Mike!
You are the sons of the living God.
Hey, that's what's going to be said unto us in these last days. We are the sons of the living God. Right? Somebody give me Deuteronomy chapter 10. And actually, give me Romans 9 and 3. And go to 4. Come. Right, so we gotta we gotta understand who we are. We're royalty in these last days, and we're waking up.
That's
and
right.
We have duties as Israelites, as kings, as prince of the power. Because the word Israelite, that just means prince of the power, meaning prince of God. AK, that means you're a king. Right? Bring it out.
This book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 4. Who are Israelites?
Start at verse 3.
Okay, come on. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ.
Right. This is Paul's people.
For my brethren.
For my brethren. This your brother. Hey, I'm your brother, king.
That's right.
Right, bring it up.
For my kinsmen.
Hey, we kinsmen. We come from the same forefathers. Just because, you know, it's been generations and generations doesn't mean, you know, we're not related no more. Right? You had a great-great-great-grandfather. Does that mean y'all not related? No, y'all still related. Right? These are all my brothers up here. Keep going.
According to the flesh.
Right? According to the flesh. Right? Keep going.
Who are Israelites.
Who are what?
Who are Israelites.
Keep going.
To whom pertaineth the adoption.
Right?
And the glory.
Come.
And the covenants.
Right, we got the old covenant, the new covenant. Hey, the new covenant, that pertains to us. When you go and you read Revelation, hey, they got 12 gates. The 12 gates belong to each tribe. Hey, there ain't no room for an Edomite. You know, there ain't no room for a so-called white man. Right, where's their gate at? How are they coming into the kingdom? They gonna climb the damn walls? Right, are they gonna dig a tunnel into the kingdom of heaven? No. Right, keep going.
And the giving of the law.
Right, the law was given to us, which is why we're going through it right now, because we broke the law. If the law was given to you, right, and you break that law, you transgressing the law, hey, you're the only nation that's going to get judged. Why? Because the law was only given to you, right? That's why these other nations, they don't keep the laws, right? They don't wear fringes, right? Keep going.
And the service of Yahweh.
Right, we got the service of the Most High. The Most High, he doesn't hear the so-called white man, the so-called white. These are the nations. He only hears us, right? Because it says we have the service of the Most High. When we pray and, you know, we on our knees and we fast, and the Most High, he hears us, right?
And the promises.
Hey, we got the promises, all right? So somebody give me Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12.
Bring that out.
Because as an Israelite, you got to understand what your purpose is.
Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12.
Bring it out.
And now Israel.
And now who?
And now Israel.
All right, that's you, brother. You're an Israelite. Bring it out.
What doeth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Right, what does the Lord require of you? Let's find out.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways.
To walk in all his ways, right? Keep going.
And to love him.
Right.
And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
That's right. Keep going.
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
To keep what?
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
Hey, brother, that's why we out here to teach you. You got to repent. First of all, you got to repent. Then you got to start, you know, walking in the street, keeping the commandments of the Lord. And next thing you know, you're going to be out here teaching other brothers.
That's right. That's right.
Right, keep going.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, for thy good.
It's for our good. Hey, give me Proverbs 7 and 2. Keep going.
Behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens.
All right, come. So Proverbs 7 and 2.
That's the book of Proverbs, chapter 7, verse 2.
Right out.
Keep my commandments.
Keep my what?
Keep my commandments.
And live.
Right, so that's the whole purpose. We got to keep the commandments, and that gives us life. Hey, give me Proverbs 6 and 23.
6 and 23. Come. The book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light.
And the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light. Because you got to understand, you know, when you look spiritually, and we live in a dark world where literally it's run by chaotic people, run by chaotic men, people who don't seek salvation, right? Give me, actually, never mind, you ain't got to give me that. But hey, we walk in dark. This world is, we live in a world of darkness, so we got to walk in the light. How do you walk in the light? By keeping the commandments, right? Y'all got that? It's all right if not.
I got something similar to that, brother.
Bring it out.
Come.
This No, yeah, it's our nationality, brother. Like, you got the Chinese man, right? He got all his customs, you know, he got his diet, you know, he got his traditional clothing that he wears. What's our traditional clothing, right? We got fringes, right? What's our diet? Hey, we can't eat shrimp, crab, lobster, but the Most High, he gave us these, you know, he gave us sea-bearing herbs, he gave us, you know, clean foods to eat, and, you know, he told us to abstain from unclean food so that we could be healthy and stronger like we used to back in the day, right? So that is our nationality.
So y'all not everywhere.
No, you can't be. That's a continent and a country put together. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, that's yeah. Look on that sign. That's two white men, right? Do you want to be named after these two white men? Is that what you want to do? Right? Hey, we even got a language, right? It's called the Lashon Kodash, meaning the Hebrew, and it's called the Holy Tongue, right? And holy means separate. That's why we carry around, you know, the Holy Bible. It's a separate, cut off, special collection of records, right? Bring that out.
Isaiah chapter 42, verse 6. I, the Lord, have called thee in righteousness, and will hold thine hand, and will keep thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people, for a light of the Gentiles.
Hey, so we're gonna be a light unto the Gentiles. Hey, we're gonna, you know, when the time comes, we're gonna have to teach them how to keep the law, right? Because they're gonna be in our shoes, but we're learning the law. But we're gonna have the law in our inward person. We ain't gonna have to worry about keeping the law because we're gonna do it naturally. It's gonna come like breathing. Somebody give me Deuteronomy 6:23. And then we're gonna, you know, give you go over the curses to let you know that we are indeed, without a doubt, right, factual evidence that we're the Israelites today. Look that out.
It's just a book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 23.
Bring it out!
And he brought us out from thence,
Right? He brought us out from the land of Egypt.
that he might bring us in, to give us the land which he sware unto our fathers.
Right? That land is Israel, right? And we're going right back, you know, once this captivity is done with. And it's coming to an end. Right? So somebody give me Deuteronomy 28:15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Bring it out.
It reads, but it shall come to pass,
It shall come to
if
pass.
thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Right? If we don't listen to what the Most High told us to do, these laws, statutes, and commandments, right?
to observe, to do all his commandments,
To do all his commandments and walk in the way of these commandments, right?
and the statutes which I command thee this day,
And the statutes, you know, the going according to the commandments and the judgments that follow. Keep going.
that all these curses,
All these what?
all these curses,
These what?
all these curses
Right? All these curses.
shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right? So these curses are going to come upon us and overtake us. Hey, brothers, pull me some curses.
Con,
Give me some curses.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54.
Bring it out.
So the man that is tender among you
Right? So your brother that's tender among you, that used to be tender among you, right?
are very delicate. His eye shall be evil toward his brother.
Right? So back in the day, you know, we had brothers. Hey, we was close. You know, we was closer than anything back in the day. But hey, sisters, y'all got something to hear the word? We out here for y'all. Right? Now you see that? Hey, that's not. Is that love? Right. Hey, sisters didn't even look at me. You know, sisters didn't want to hear it. But hey, she didn't want to hear the Lord. You know? But the man that was tender among us, and we was very delicate one toward another.
That's right.
You know, we checked up on each other back in the day. You know, we made sure we were straight. You know, hey brother, you ain't got money for the Passover. Hey, here you go. You know, we checked. You know, we made sure we were straight because we one big family, right? If your niece was going through something, hey, wouldn't you help her out? Right? Okay, so it's the same thing to this day. Except we as a nation this time. It's not just, you know, one small family unit. Hey, we a whole nation together in this thing. Right? Keep going.
And toward the wife of his bosom.
And toward the wife. We're number one. You got that website pulled up, King? It was we number one leading in domestic abuse, domestic violence, and we top the charts. Hey, when you go on this website, it tells you that the blacks and Hispanics, they're the number one leading in domestic violence and domestic violence victims. Right? Keep going.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Right? Who's known, you know, you kind of making jokes. Who's known for saying, hey, I bet you ain't got a father in your house. Hey, who's known for that? It's no, hey, we know for that, you know? And it's not just so-called blacks and Hispanics too. Because, hey, the father's never in the household. You know, you kind of go into your friend's house, you know, it's only the mom. She kind of cooking some food. Hey, where your dad at? You know? The dad's not home. Why? Because we're going through that curse. Keep going.
Con. so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he has nothing left in him in the siege.
Hey, brothers, give me some more curses, kings. I know y'all got some. Give me curses in the city. Come on, but you see this? It says, blacks are the most likely to experience domestic violence, ethnic male to female or female to male, followed by Hispanics and then whites, right? And we know these Edomites, they gonna beat their kids and their wives because they hate each other. And it's self-hate with them. But with us, we just going through the curses, right?
I got one.
Bring it out.
It's like it. It's not
Yeah, bring it out. Hey, bring it out.
It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 5 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
Harping on what he was talking about, it's a curse that won't have no fathers. And it reads, our inheritance is turned to strangers, our house to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows.
Hey, so you got the men getting killed off at a rapid rate. You've seen the videos of World Star. You know, you kind of got the men getting killed off at a rapid rate. Hey, more and more women of our nation are becoming widows, right? You got all types of hell breaking loose in the household. The kids not listening to the parents. The parents, you know, they kind of getting beat on by their sons and daughters. Hey, there was a man who, you know, he kind of shot his mom because she told him to get a job. You know, y'all saw that? And it's this man,
I know
he got incarcerated because he shot his mom because she told him to get a job, right? And that was a Jake, right?
That was one of us.
That was one of us. That's the curse that we go through. We got to deal with this, man, because why we didn't keep the commandments,
Right.
come on, bring him up.
Now this is a curse. It's not in Deuteronomy 28, but this is a curse that comes upon our people, and you'll really be like, damn, that really happened, right? This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 16. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Right? You want me to?
Oh yeah. You can if you want.
All right, come on. Basically, I'm gonna read it one more time. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, right? Our women are haughty. This is talking about the daughters of Zion, our sisters, right? They're haughty, man. They like to walk up and down the street wearing booty shorts, tight clothes, wearing makeup, have all types of wigs in their hair,
Bat wings on their eyes.
right? And walk with stretched forth necks. What does that mean? They don't give a like you. If you had a woman, you tell her what to do. She's like, I don't give a damn. You know, prideful, man. Right? It says walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes. Wanton eyes is like basically like your haughtiness is going to show, like the scripture says, your haughtiness shows through your eyelids, right? So her eyelids would be like very wide, you know, like laid back, right? Walking and mincing as they go and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore the Lord will smite them with a scab, the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts.
Now, I know you've been on, you know, I know you've been on Facebook or, you know, these whatever people are on these days, and you kind of got our women, you know, they kind of got bald spots in their hair from all the damn tracks they done put in it.
Gorilla glue.
Know. Yeah, you saw that?
Gorilla glue.
Yeah. Hey, Eve, she couldn't get her hair out, you know? The glue was damn stuck to her head. Right? But yeah, and that's another curse that our women go through. That just goes to show what other nation goes through. You know, what other nation is going to the damn beauty supply owned by another nation, right? We don't own beauty supplies.
Right.
They specifically placed them in our hoods because they knew our people was going to cleave to these beauty supplies, buy these damn wigs and weaves, and put them on. Why? Because we go through these curses. That just proves how real this book is. That proves that we the Israelites today. Bring out what you had, King.
Come, just book of Deuteronomy 28, verse 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
Our lives hang in doubt. Because you got these mothers, you know, for example, you got these mothers, they kind of, you know, when their sons go out or whatever, they kind of like, dang, I don't know if he's going to be back. You know, you kind of hear rappers talk about, you know, basically, yeah, it's like it. Basically saying, you know, I didn't know, you know, I was going to make it this far in life. You know? Yeah, Tupac, damn T.I. said it. You know, you got all these rappers saying, I never knew I would come to see this age. You know, that's a scary thing for us to say, but it's real. You know, our people, we don't know if we're gonna make it to the next day, and we don't know if we're gonna have enough money to pay next week's rent. You know, that's our life hanging in doubt. We doubt these things, right? Because we don't have that spirit on us. But now that we're waking up, we're saying, oh, the Most High, He's doing this and this for us. And we the Israelites of the day, right? So once you wake up, you really start to see all things are the Lord's.
So like you're right, you get pulled over. The cop may be in a bad mood and he may kill you. Exactly. You can't do nothing about it. You know?
Hey, that's a good. Hey, that's your life hanging in doubt. You get pulled over, like Sandra Bland again. Hey, she got pulled over for a traffic violation. Next thing you know, she then hanging herself in the prison cell. Right?
Yeah, that happened to
suicide.
Yeah. Yeah, and they said, you know, the cause is unknown of why. Well, then she was damn depressed, you know, and she didn't deserve what she went through, but she went through it because she went through the curses. Right? You got more of that?
And thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life.
Hey, Khan, that's true, because hey, when I was younger, hey, you know, you kind of hear gunshots in the middle of the night. You know, you kind of got to get down under the window. So if your windows get shot through, and you never gonna know who it hit. You know, you got your point.
Con, I got a quick point, because like back in the 60s, you know, the segregation and all that stuff was going on. The white man, he would intentionally make houses for us that were so thin that they could shoot through all the walls straight to the back. It's called a shot house.
And you got trap houses now. Hey, you never know what's gonna happen. Hey, you know, somebody may, you know, you didn't park in the wrong spot. Hey, that could be your life for the night. You know? Hey, these things happen to us. Right? Hey, does this happen to these women right here? Does it happen to them? I don't think so. You know, is their life taken in doubt while they're going to damn cheer camp or whatever the hell they're going to with damn bows in their hair? Is this happening to them? No.
American dream.
Come.
I live in an American dream.
Verse 18, in that day, the Lord would take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their calls and their round tires like the moon.
All right, so this is going back into the women.
I'm just finishing. The change in the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets, you know, because our women, they wear bonnets, you know, don't know other people do that. And the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands, and the tablets, and the earrings. The rings and nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles, and the wimples, and the crispy pins, right? Yeah, so basically what that's going into is that the Most High is telling them, if you guys don't, because you guys don't want to be modest, you're going to have all these scabs, right? Because our women back in the day, they was modest. They was dressed in beautiful dresses, right? They reverenced their husbands. Right? Yeah. Hey, they listened to their men, you know, they was modest back then, but they got so damn proud over time. Hey, the Most High, He said, I'm going to take it away. When we went into captivity, that's exactly what He did. So, hey, our women, they don't dress like any other woman. You know, our women, they know how to do with us. You know, our women can do their hair. You know, they got the jewelry down. You know, they not how they used to be back in the day. But you know, hey, they ain't got nothing on the Israelite women. Trans-wise, you know, got the baby hairs. They kind of know how to do their edges. Right? You got a piece of king. Bring it out.
There's the book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 22.
Bring it out.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
We robbed and spoiled.
They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses.
Right, hey, aren't we leading in the prison houses? You know, hey, they make bank off this. And I believe Jordan, the shoe brand, you know, they invested in these prison houses so they can build more cells. And the more inmates that you have in cells, the more money they make. That's why they constantly building prison cells so they can make more cells, if that makes sense. Right? So that's why they always put us in there, because hey, we top dollar. And we top dollar in everything when it comes to athletics. Right? Who's the leading in athletics? It's us, because we got that talent. We decided to earn it. But they bank off of us. Music, you know, we leading in music, sports, music, even in prison. So hey, we lead in everything, but they, you know, they bank off of us. Why? Because we're going to. Hey, these curses are undeniable. If you can't accept these curses, I don't know what to tell you. So let's get 28, so we can get this other 6
Con, Deuteronomy 28, I'm going to 68. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships
Come on. Okay, so bring that out again, Salaki.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now, how do we come into America? Right, kind of like shit. Right. So the word Egypt, that's just synonymous for the word bondage. Right. Bring that out.
Just the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of bondage.
And also I wanted to say, the Quran does not have prophecies in it. It will not tell you who you are, where you come from.
We just read you like a damn plethora. We damn read you a book about prophecies.
God.
Read you a whole book of prophecies. Hey, can the Quran do that? Has the Quran done that? All right, give me an example of a prophecy that you read in a book. Moses. Hey. Well, this is your heritage.
You kind of got to
Do you know what a
prove all
prophecy
things.
is?
You kind of sad about it.
When you speak like this,
Yeah. Prophecies.
there you have it.
All praise.
You're done. Hey, so hey, brother's kind of getting it, you know. Give me so like you read 68 again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now this brother, you know, kindly read that the word Egypt is synonymous for the word bondage, right? It's synonymous for the word slavery because we were slaves in Egypt, right? Come on, bring it up.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee,
By the way he spake unto us,
thou shalt see it no more again.
right? Have you been to Israel? You know, have you ever been back to Africa? Hey, we never saw our homeland, right? And we're not Africans, by the way. I kind of got to make that clear. We're not Africans, we're Israelites. And we come from the landmass of Israel, right? You got the Chinese man, he comes from China. You got the damn Japanese man, he comes from Japan. So what does the black man go back to? Right? Does he go to the land of black? Right? No. That further proves that. Somebody give me Psalms chapter 83. Kind of got to bring this up, right? Because that further proves that we're the Israelites today. Psalms chapter 83, start at verse 2. Psalms 83 and 2, right? Because that further proves that we're, you know, being cut off as a nation. You know, these other nations, they don't want us to wake up to who we are. Because if we wake up, it's the end of their kingdom. They already know it's the end of their kingdom. Right, bring it out.
It says the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 2.
Bring it out.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult,
Right, our enemies make the tumult. Right, keep going.
and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel.
Right, they that hate us have taken crafty counsel. Now, crafty counsel, that's like a group meeting where they get together. You got the United Nations, they come together on these, you know, damn rendezvous. You know, they come together and they kind of plan, all right, how we go further oppress the Israelites. How much more pork can we put in the damn corn? You know, how much more damn abominable food can we put in what they eat? You know, hey, during slavery, you know, they kind of force-fed us chitlins, and if we didn't want to eat chitlins, then, hey, you know, they kind of broke our teeth in and kind of force-fed it to us. You know?
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Right?
They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Right? These so-called Edomites that you see running up and down, hey, they together on one consent said, let us cut them off from being a nation. Right? Keep going.
That the name of Israel,
Right? That you, a king of Israel,
may be no more in remembrance.
see, so that's what they do. They try to cut us off from being a nation so that they know they can keep expanding Atlanta, America, Babylon, so their kingdom don't come to an end. But what does the Most High say? Hey, he says this place is going down. Right? That's it on that note. All right, so you got a precept? All right, so let's get this brother some commandments. I know y'all got some.
That's right.
Let's go. So now you know who you are. Now you know your purpose. Now you know why you're going through these things. And let's give you, what the tools that you need, brother, so that you can, live righteously and that we can escape this fire that's going to come on this, damn city, this damn country, Mr. Babylon. Bring it up. Hey, bring out, bring it up.
This is the book of Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7.
Right, this is the dietary law, right? Because the Most High, when you have something so precious, right? If you got a child, right? you got something so precious that you love so much, and you gonna give them strict guidelines so they don't go damn destroying themselves, right? So
Right.
strict guidelines that the Most High gave us so we don't damn kill ourselves, right? Destroy ourselves, right? Bring it out.
And the swine.
Hey, all y'all are going into captivity. I want y'all to know. If you're not a black, Hispanic, or Native American, you're going into hardcore bondage.
That's right.
Under the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Come on.
All right, bring it out.
Though he divided
Really
the hoof,
good, yes.
Bring it out.
and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud.
Right, so this is swine. You know what swine is, right? Right, what is swine, brother? That's right. So since he divided not the hoof, but it's like he divides the hoof, but he doesn't chew the cud. He doesn't digest his food properly, right?
He is unclean to you.
Right, he's unclean to you, meaning what you can't eat it. Right, you're not even supposed to touch something unclean, or you become unclean. Right, it literally transfers to you that uncleanliness. Right, bring it out.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch.
Right, so you're not even supposed to touch a dead swine, a dead pig, right? Because you're gonna be unclean, and you don't want to be unclean. Hey, we know uncleanliness is not coming to the kingdom. That's right. Right, bring it out.
They are unclean to you.
Right there, unclean to you. So, but if you ever, ate bacon, had some type of pork. We all have had pork. They put pork in stuff you wouldn't even expect, right? We all have pork. So, hey, you got to repent from that. Kind of stop doing it. You say, Father Yahweh, forgive me for consuming pork. Mine. A lot of for your mercy. Mine. Right?
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever have fins and scales.
So it has to have both fins and scales. You can't just have fins, not have scales. You can't have a catfish where it just has fins, but it doesn't have scales, right? It has to have both. Right? You gotta have requirements in this thing, right? The Most High is just not gonna be like, hey, y'all see that snail on the floor? Hey, y'all can eat that. Y'all see that damn squirrel over there climbing a tree? Hey, y'all go shoot it down and kind of eat it. Hey, you gotta have requirements in this thing if you're gonna have a chosen set people, right?
Come. Whatsoever have fins and scales in
Hey,
the
family,
waters.
come over here. We out here for y'all. Come on, your nationality.
2
We
minutes.
out here to show y'all some love. 2 minutes.
Come on, brother.
Whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
Right. So, hey, fins and scales, you can eat it, right? Keep going.
And
Suck it. So, like, do you know any animals that don't have fins and scales that's in the ocean? Lobster, crab, shrimp, crawfish. You want the brother on the road, man.
Clams.
Hey, clams, mussels, oysters. Those things, they don't have fins and scales. So, you kind of gotta, kind of forget about it. You got crab cakes in your freezer, you kind of gotta throw it out. Because why? Those are bottom feeders, and they have a purpose. There's a reason why the Most High says don't eat this and that. It's because, for example, right? I saw this experiment, and you can check this out. We kind of saw this experiment where you had a tank that had no oysters in it, right? And the water was just filthy, all kinds of dirty, and it was ocean water, and it was all filthy and kinds of dirty. And then you had one that they couldn't put the oysters in it, and the water, they filtered the water. Basically, they made the water clean. That's their job, is to clean and purify the waters and take out all the toxins and stuff that's in it. Yeah, exactly. They did purify the waters, right? That's why you see, when you go to the damn beach. Yeah, that's exactly the video. But when you go to the beach, when you go to the ocean, that's why the water's kind of black. The water's really murky and brown. Hey, it's because it doesn't have anything to clean it, because they fish them out at a rapid rate. Kind of putting them on your plate. You got red lobster, and that's esteemed as a damn 5-star restaurant.
Yep. So where you see all of that, right? That's what the clam absorbs. So if you want to eat the clams, that's what you're absorbing on that yellow.
You absorbing all the damn piss in there, all the damn poop. You absorbing all that. Hey, whatever that bottom feeder ate, that's what you eat. They eat trash, and you're eating, right? So they're natural filters that the Most High made, and that's why you got to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High, because He made these things, and we could barely interpret it without understanding and meditating. Right? Give me some more curses, Kings.
Verse or commandment?
It's like a commandments.
Go ahead, please.
Numbers chapter 15. Numbers chapter 15, verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel.
Right? Speaking to who?
The children of Israel.
Right? The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right? Speak unto this brother. Speak unto this brother. Speak unto all these brothers up here. Right?
And bid them that they make them fringes and the borders of their garments.
So you see what that brother got on right there? You see what this brother got on? This brother. Hey, I got him on too. You know? Hey, we ain't exempt from these. You know, you kind of got to put them on. Hey, every brother that you see up here got what? Bring it up.
Bid them that they make them fringes and the borders of their garments.
So we got fringes in the borders of our garments. Yeah. And you know, sisters, they're not out here, but usually they'll have them at the bottom of their dress. You know, that's modest, right? You know, why do we, you know, you kind of got to ask, hey, why do I got to wear these fringes? Well, it's going to further expound on that.
Throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
That's why you got the ribbon of blue on this fringes, right? It's there for a reason. It signifies something. Keep going.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
So when we look at these, you know, when we finna do something that's completely damn going off, right? If we got like a damn sandwich, we got a damn sausage patty in the sandwich. We kind of eating it, kind of sit down. Oh dang, I got my fringes on. I kind of gotta make sure this ain't got pork in it. Next thing you know, you kind of throw the sandwich out because you remember to keep the commandments. Right? You're being diligent in keeping the commandments. Right? Keep going.
And do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whoring.
Right? So that it signifies, hey, we can't do what we want to do. We got to do what Yahweh Shah was.
That's right.
Be in the name of the Father, Yahweh Shah be in the name of the Son. Through the world, ignorant because of Jesus Christ. Because that's their Hebrew names. We know their name not Jesus. Come on.
You just told me.
Yeah. Hey, the letter J is only about what, 400, 500 years old. That's the newest letter in the alphabet. Right? So we know that's not the. We know it's not Jehovah. Right? So it's Yahweh, and then that's the name of the Most High God. That Yahweh Shai, and the Son, so-called Jesus. Any more commandments?
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 35 and verse 1.
Come out.
And Moses gathered all the congregation of the children of Israel together and said unto them, these are the words which the Lord hath commanded that you should do them. 6 days shall work be done.
Right, so we got a whole week, a 7-day week, right? Out of that 7-day week, we got 6 days to work, but
on the 7th,
right, on that 7th day,
there shall be to you an holy day, a Sabbath of rest to the Lord.
So that last day, you got 6 days to work, and then that last day, that's the Sabbath of rest. Hey, we're supposed to be resting today, right? You know, this is, you know, you can be resting, or you can be doing the work of the Most High God. That's what we out here to do. We out here to wake up our people, because it's good to do good on the Sabbath day, right? So give me, hold on,
Yeah.
give me one that's left.
Okay, come. Genesis chapter 1, verse 5.
And this lets you know, hey, the day, it starts from evening, sundown, until the next day, sundown, right? So the Sabbath ends tonight at sundown. The sun goes down at around 6 o'clock, 6:18. You know, it goes down at that time, so it'll be the next day. So we still in the Sabbath right now. So no buying, no selling, no cooking, no cleaning, no manner of work, right? Bring that out, and we finna prove it to you.
Verse 5. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day.
So the evening and the morning were the first day. When it goes from evening, and that lets you know, oh man, another day is finna end, it's finna start another day. Right? That's why we got preparation days for the Sabbath. You know, when that sundown gets, hey, it's the Sabbath, you can't do no more work. Right? So the Most High, he gave us signs and to show. That's it on that? Yeah, that's it. You got anything else? Can you bring it up?
Come. Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death. You shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day.
Hey, so if you broke the Sabbath day, that was worth of death back in the day. And you could have got stoned for that. You know, the Most High, you know, bring out that account.
Con, this is Numbers chapter 15, and we'll start at verse 31. Because he hath despised the word of the Lord and hath broken his commandment, that soul shall utterly be cut off. his iniquity shall be upon him.
Hey, so that's going to be utterly cut off if you break the Sabbath day. If you do what you want to do on the Sabbath day, if you want to do your pleasures on the Sabbath day, if you want to damn have sex on the Sabbath day, if you want to damn go-kart race on the Sabbath day, hey, that's on you. Give me, y'all got more commandments? Come on, bring them up.
It's the book of Leviticus.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry. You got one?
Yeah, go on. Verse 32. And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man that gathered sticks upon the Sabbath day.
Right, so it was the Sabbath day, and they saw this man, you know, kind of doing some work on the Sabbath day. Keep going.
And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moses and Aaron.
Right, so when they saw him, you know, they kind of saw him afar off. They saw him gathering sticks, and they said, "Hey, let's get this man." You know, they kind of grabbed him up, because hey, we were zealous for the Lord. You know, hey, didn't Phineas, didn't he slay that man? You know, that brought that damn heathen into the congregation.
Right.
Right. We were zealous for the Lord, so we just not gonna let your brother. You know, you kind of see your brother going to hell off. We're not just gonna let that let that happen. Right? Because we know, hey, the power of the Lord, He can do anything unto us at any given time. Right? So, you know, they kind of did what they had to do. You know?
And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moses and Aaron and unto all the congregation.
Right? They brought him into the congregation.
And they put him inward, because it was not declared what should be done to him.
Hey, so they kind of told him, hey, you stay right here while we go see what's going to happen. Right?
And the Lord said unto Moses, the man shall be surely put to death.
Hey, that man, he got his judgment. Hey, you're going to be put to death for breaking my Sabbath day. Right? That's how important we take this, you know, we take the Most High's commandments. Right?
Right.
Come on, bring him out.
Come on. This is about the Hebrews chapter 10, verse 28.
Bring it out.
He that despised Moses' law died without mercy.
Hey, didn't that man just die without mercy? You know, he got stoned. Hey, as soon as he found out his judgment, hey, it was over for him. You know, he got stoned. So he died without mercy. Right? And bring us some more commandments, kids.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 27.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
You shall not round the corners of their heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
Right, so you don't want to cut into your natural line. Right? You could get a haircut, brother, but if you cut into your natural line, you know, that's a heathen custom. Give me Jeremiah chapter 10, the verse, I believe it's verse 4. The heathens. But yeah, if you cut into your natural line, hey, you going off. And you gotta prepare for that. Or if you cut into your natural beard line, and you could trim your beard down, but you can't cut into the natural line. Right? Because that'll be going to hell. If you got brothers, you know, they kind of got the 5 o'clock shadow, and they got the goatee. They got the damn, whatever the hell. And they, you know, brothers got all rocking all kinds of hairstyles. Hey, you see that? So hey, we're not supposed to. We gotta let our natural hair grow up. Our natural beard grow. That's right. Bring it up. And it, you know, we're not going to stand there. Hey, I can't grow a beard out. But that's through the Lord. You know. But if you know, cutting into your natural line, hey, you know, shame on you. You gotta keep the commandments. Keep going.
Number 28. You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead.
So you got these damn Edomites, these so-called white people, you know, they kind of get depressed. They're like, oh, I'm gonna kill myself. You know, they kind of get the razor out their mom's purse. You know, they kind of making cuttings in their damn arm. And the Most High, He told us not to do that. Right, keep going.
Nor print any marks upon you.
Right, we're not supposed to have any tattoos. Right, because that's actually an African custom. You know, they, you know, with, you ever saw the movie Black Panther? Right, remember when what's his name? Killmonger, he had all them damn scars on his arm. That's to mark how many people we killed, right? That's one of their customs. That's not our custom, right? That's an African custom, right? But we're not supposed to print any marks upon us either. Getting those tattoos, you know, rest in peace, Pookie. You know, you see, right? We're not supposed to get it, right? You know,
Leviticus, bring the same verse out.
nah, you know, we got more. Bring them up. Hey, we gotta get this brother as much as we can. Why they just call today? So right now, what we're giving you is that milk, because now you're a baby in this thing, so we got to give you that sincere milk that the baby desires. Because when the baby comes out, you're not going to feed it damn hot dog chunks. It's going to choke and die. Now you got to feed the baby milk so it can grow, the bones get stronger, and now it's getting built up and becoming and growing up. Right? So that way you can move on to meat later in life.
Okay, so
Bring it up. So So all praises, you know, you hearkening, listening, Lord willing to keep these commandments so we can get the hell up out of here. And let's get the judgment for what happens when we don't keep the commandments, right? Somebody give me Malachi chapter, you got Come. Give me Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
Quick, sir.
You said Zechariah 14.
Zechariah 14 and 12. And then give me Malachi 4 and 1.
This book is Zechariah, chapter 14 and verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
Right, their flesh is going to consume away while they stand upon their feet, because we finna come into this time where we finna enter into World War III. Next thing you know, you're going to have them ICBM missiles flying everywhere. Hey, these things, they're not going to report these things on the news. Right? They're going to try to keep you controlled, keep the minds of the masses in a controlled state, and let them, you know, kind of play the way they want to play. But hey, if you actually look on world news, you see, hey, Iran, they kind of coming at America's neck. You know, they fed up, they tired, right? Next thing you know, missiles gonna be flying everywhere. And that's why we teach you the commandments, so we can live it out of it. Right? Somebody give me Daniel 12 and 1.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
I'm not listening, son.
Hey, sisters, come up and learn something new. Anybody got flyers?
Not the aunt, sister.
Hey, that's an aunt, sister. Hey, that's a graven image, right? They did that in damn Egypt, right? But we don't come from Egypt. We come from Israel. Yeah, that means life, but that's still a graven image, right? You got the damn Coca-Cola sign, and that means Coke, but it's still an image. Sisters, you know, they kind of claim to know what's going on, but they don't really market it. Right? That's right. Hey, that life gonna put you to death. Give me Daniel 12 and 1. Yeah. Okay. Somebody give me Daniel 12 and 1. I always pick one. Yeah, we'll you know, get to it.
Okay, this is the book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 1. And at the time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time.
Right, so we finna enter into a time of trouble that never was before since, you know, there was a nation. Right, we finna come into some perilous times. As you can see, the economy's starting to crash, food shortages are going on, all hell is breaking loose in these other countries. It hasn't hit America yet, but the damn DC Capitol was stormed a couple weeks ago. All hell is breaking loose. Now we in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble. Keep going.
And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found read in the book.
Right, so we're trying to be found in a book. What's that book? The book of life. And you know, you're only gonna have 144,000 in an innumerable multitude found in that book. We're trying to be a part of that. Because nothing's set in stone. Hey, any one of us could fall short. You know, nothing's set in stone yet. That's why we're constantly striving to keep these commandments back. We come out here and teach our people, wake our people up, keep these commandments, live. That's it. Keep the commandments, live, have faith in Yahweh Shah, right? That he's gonna live this. Give me Malachi chapter 4, verse 1.
Come, Malachi chapter 4, verse 1.
Bring it out.
For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
Right, so we know that day is coming. It's going to be damn scorching hot. Everything that you're going to see. Hey, the Lord said, hey, there's going to be no stone left unturned. All these buildings that you're going to see, they're going to be crumbles, man. They're going to be ashes. Right, keep going.
That all shall burn as an oven, and all the proud gas and all that do wickedly shall be stubbled.
Who's the proud? Who's the wicked? Hey, you got the so-called damn white woman. Yeah, we talking to you. Yeah. You going into captivity.
A dog walking the dog.
A dog walking the dog, man. Feel like a damn buffalo. Right? So we trying to prevent you from, you know, going through that suffering, going through what we know is coming on this earth, the perilous times that's coming. And we trying to, you know, we gotta try to ask for mercy from the Most High, so that we, you know, don't have to go through these things, so that the Most High, you know, protects us during that time, right? Because you can have a million bullets coming your way, and they all reflect off you. Why? Because the Most High has mercy on you. That's what we're praying for. Right? Give me Luke chapter 36
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Hey, when something's fervent, that means it's hot. It's on fire. It's gonna be like molten lava out there. That's how hot it's gonna get, right? So we trying to prevent that from happening. We trying to, save our people through the Spirit. It's not us doing it; it's the Most High doing it. The Most High put on our Spirit to come out here every Saturday at 3 o'clock to prophesy to brothers and sisters. Hey, even if we prophesy to the one, hey, we come to do it in the Lord's Spirit so we can get delivered out of here, right? Because we know somebody's gonna hear it through the Spirit.
Should look you up. 36 and 4.
Yeah, 36 and 4. Watch and pray.
36?
It's like it. 24, 36. Watch and pray.
Yeah.